Hey guys, we just came inside from doing a training. I've had a lot of people contacting me because of the weather. So it's really hot out there. So either your dog's eating or not eating, or their stools are soft, or they're getting sick. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. And then I know I've also gotten a few people with puppies on the ground. They have a litter, and does your puppy have fading puppy syndrome? Is it sick? Is it down? Does it not want to eat? So I'm going to help you out with that. Okay, so for your dogs, so because of the heat, I recommend we usually get up about 6:30, 7 at the latest. You want to be outside. You want to feed them in the shade. So I either do early morning feedings or late night feedings. So before the sun comes up or after the sun comes down. The reason for this is that it's still cool outside for them. If you give them their food during the day, they're not going to eat it. Most of the bowls that everybody feeds on is a metal bowl, so that attracts more heat and it acts as a conductor for them, and it gets really, really hot and they don't want to eat. Okay. The second thing that I want to recommend, Bubba, can you give me the frozen food I just bought for them?
Yes.
I actually went to PetSmart and I bought like this little frozen chicken treats. So I usually do this during the summer months. And the reason I do this, so let me show you guys. So it's chicken, but what I like about it is that it has antioxidants and it has probiotics. So it also has a bunch of vitamins in there. The kibble pieces are really, really, really small. So, and they're frozen and you feed frozen. Okay, so the reason that I like that is because I'm giving them the kibble, plus I'm giving them something that's really, really cold and they've been loving it. I recommend you do something like that. All right. Second part, if they have soft stools, it might be because of the heat as well. I recommend, remember we talked about pumpkin. All right, so canned pumpkin, what it does, it has tons and tons of fiber in there, so it's going to solidify their stool and help them have better stools. All right, so now on to the puppies. So I got a bunch of people that have puppies on the ground. Okay, so the most important part is during a puppy's age, the first 5-7 days are very crucial. If you have a puppy that for one day doesn't latch onto mom and loses those nutrients for that day, the next day you'll wake up and they're almost gone. Okay, so I recommend you guys always have NutriCal on hand. All right, so this is this is the NutriCal one. It has tons of vitamins, tons of protein, fat, sodium, chloride, magnesium. It has everything built into one little bottle. All right, what I normally do is I just open it up, and it's very dark because of the sugars. So it's almost like molasses. So I'll grab a little bit, grab it on my finger, and I'll rub it on the puppy's gums, under the tongue, and rub it on the tongue. Okay, this will help just build up that puppy so that it can latch on and start sucking. So this is a quick way to get a puppy from bouncing back. Also, if you have a sick puppy, there's a lot of dehydration going on right now. Once you get them hydrated, if you want to give them some energy, this is what I do. I get a teaspoon and I feed it to them. All right, and lastly, we're going into the Karo syrup. All right, so I had a question. It was some English bulldogs. So those of you who, if you're new to the bullies, French bulldogs, English bulldogs, and some bullies as well. So as you know, for the most part, mom dogs will get the puppies, and after they latch on and they eat, they'll lick them. So they'll lick them in their back. Right around their anus, so that it can stimulate the stool to come out, and then the mom will eat that stool for about 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so because bulldogs and Frenchies tend to have a lot of C-sections, well, it takes a while for the mom to even know that it had birth because they're under anesthesia. It's kind of something shocking for them. So some of the times you guys wind up having to get a little washcloth. You get a washcloth, warm washcloth. You pick up the puppy and you rub it, and it'll stimulate for him to go to the restroom. Sometimes you'll sit there and rub and nothing's coming out. Just like babies, too much milk causes constipation. So that's what I use the Karo syrup for. All right, so I normally just open it, get a little bit onto my finger. I get that onto the finger and I give it to the pups. It will stimulate the pups to have to go to the restroom because of the fructose in here, right? It's too much sugar. It'll soften up their stool and allow them to use the restroom. All right, stay safe. Hope these tips help. We'll see you next time.